All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shira David. Baruch Hashem. What a beautiful day here in Eretz Yisrael again. And the town was so nice to us this past night, and they had a nice, they had a wake-up call for Tikkun Chatzos. It was unbelievable. Right on time. It was unbelievable. Tikkun Chatzos, they woke us up. It was unbelievable. David, it was so nice that Efrat had us an alarm clock for us last night, a time for Tikkun Chatzos. It was so nice. I mean, wow.
You know what? I turned my phone off. I don't even hear it.
No, I heard it outside. I mean,
The siren.
I don't have no phone. I heard the siren.
I can't remember if I heard it or not.
Yeah, it was great.
I put my phone on airplane mode.
Yeah, it still works.
Outside.
Huh?
No, it doesn't work. It's on airplane mode.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't work?
No,
Yeah.
but I heard it outside.
I heard outside also.
My wife didn't put hers on, so I woke up and
All right, anyway, Baruch Hashem, we're all safe. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for keeping us safe. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Wow, unbelievable. What the things we're living through now, it's miraculous, really. It's really, truly miraculous what we are living through now. We're living through some amazing history that the world's been waiting for thousands of years, for this to happen. And okay, Mitzvah Hashem, it's gonna finish
coming very soon.
Finish with the coming of Mashiach. That's what we're hoping for. Okay. So we're learning Likutey Halachos, Baruch Hashem. We're learning Hilchos Birchas Hareach, the laws of making a blessing when even you smell something. How beautiful that is. To always remember Hashem, to always bring Hashem into your day, to always connect this world with the upper world, to always make a connection, make things real. Okay, so today we're learning in Hilchos Birchas Hareach, we're in Halacha Gimel, and today we're up to Gimel. So 3. Okay, nice, very nice. Like 33, Lag Boimer, right? Lag, right? Okay, soon. Okay, Nimsa. Ika bracha achroina shemavarchin la'achar achilo shesiya hi b'shvil lizkois lebechinas kulei hatoiv v'ametiv. The whole point of making the bracha achrona, the after blessing, after we eat something, right? You ate or drank something, right? So then you make the bracha achrona. And then what we do is we come to this idea of the hatoiv ha'metiv. Now we said the hatoiv ha'metiv is in the time of Mashiach, right? Right now we have a bracha hatoiv ha'metiv. We also have the bracha of baruch dayan emes. Good morning, Zach. Good morning. We have the bracha hatoiv ha'metiv, and we have the bracha of baruch dayan emes. But in the time when Mashiach is going to come, we'll have the bracha hatoiv ha'metiv. We won't need the bracha baruch dayan emes because we'll understand that it's all the kindness and the goodness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But we can come to this also while we're alive, right now. When you make the bracha achrona and you realize how you just ate this food, like we learned yesterday, just to remind a little bit, to review a little bit. So you make the bracha, and then you eat the food. That's considered like a rotzui. That's considered an aliyah. You feel full, you feel good. And then as you finish eating, so you don't feel it as much. That's the yerida. Amazing, right? Beautiful aliyah and yerida, right? 8. Now you finish eating, that's your yerida. Please, Hashem, let us all be zeichet to accomplish our aliyahs and yeridas when we eat something. Pretty good, right? Right. Okay. You felt full, yeah. like we said, like the sun is shining, so you feel full. And then we said, then the example of the yerida is when you fall down is when you take the cup and you empty it out, but there's the reshima. You remember what you had. So you finished eating, and it was a good meal, and you were talking a little bit, whatever it was, and then you remember I ate, but you don't feel it as much. That's a yerida. Isn't it? That's amazing. So we make the after blessing to give us the aliyah. Now I make the bracha again to thank Hashem. You got it? Sorry?
Yes. I think I've learned also like the Yerida is that we get this confusion after eating.
Either way, you get the confused. Sasha, it's the same idea. Basically, you were eating. Now you felt good. Now something happens, changes. So then, therefore, they instituted that you have the after blessing. Oh, thank Hashem again. Gives you another aliyah. Gives you another boost.
Because we're connecting to Hashem.
Again.
Thanking Him.
There we go. And then you come to the idea of hatoiv v'ameitiv, that it's all good. Bebechinas zricha ureshima shel bittul ela ein soif. The idea, like we said, zricha, when you have this shining, the sun is shining, it's full. You feel so alive, and then as the day goes along, you start to feel a little bit lower, a little less. But make that bracha achrona, and then lift yourself back up again. Such a beautiful idea. Okay, ubechina zo, ubechinas reyach. Shehu bechinas haneshama. This idea is the same thing of the reyach, which is the neshama. So another thing, because you can also come to that toiva meitiv when you take a besamim and you make the blessing on it. It goes directly to the neshama. It goes directly to the mind. It doesn't get distributed to the body like all food. It goes directly to the mind, and it comes to the same idea. It makes the tikkun right away. It doesn't have to go through that process. It goes directly. It can when you make the bracha on the besamim, on the hadas, or whatever the thing that you had jasmine or whatever kind of things that you're smelling, and you made your blessing on it. So you make the rectification for the soul in that thing right away because you made the blessing on it, and it right away goes up on high. It's released right away because it doesn't have to get processed through the body. They would bring the mugmar besamim, which was a mixture of levina and different kind of besamim. La'achar suda. So after the suda, they would bring over some kind of an incense or something, I guess. Some kind of a thing. They would bring over something to smell. After they would eat, they would bring over something to smell. The Gemara brings this down in Brachas Mem Beis Amid Beis. And then why was that? Because now you can make a blessing on this mugmar. You can make a blessing on the besamim, right? We said you make a blessing on the besamim after you ate. So what did they do for dessert? They brought out a besamim. They made a bracha. The Gemara bracha says that. Amazing. But only bring it after the suda, because again, while you're eating, you have that oris haratzon. You feel that ratzon. You feel good. You feel connected to Hashem. Oh, when you finish eating, you have that yerida. So now have some besamim, which is the same idea as making the bracha achrona, but you still have to make a bracha achrona, of course. But you can make the besamim, and then you can feel again connected to Kila Acha Suda Oz Mevorchin Birchas Hamazon Kidei Liskos LeBechinas Bittel. We make the Birchas Hamazon again to remind us. Wow, Hashem, you gave us Azonis Olam Kulai Betuvai Bechein Bechesed V'Rachamim Hu Naisein Lechem Lechol Bazarai. Like we say in all the beautiful words, we remind ourselves, wow, it was you, Hashem, that you gave me all these things that I just enjoyed. It was you, Hashem. V'Bechinas V'Yechezu Eser Lekim V'Yoichlu V'Yishtu. You'll see God, and then you'll eat and you'll drink. What does that mean? Bebechinas hatoiva meitiv shemavorchem birchas hamazon shu bechinas olam haba. The idea of olam giving benching is an idea of olam haba. Why? Because it's that you say in benching the bracha of hatoiva meitiv. In the fourth blessing of benching. In the fourth blessing, you mention Hatay v'Ameitiv. Hatay v'Ameitiv is an idea of the time of Mashiach, a time of Olam Haba. So therefore, we're bringing ourselves to that level of Hatay v'Ameitiv while we're benching. Al kei mevi'in oz mugma shel besamim la'ariach bahem, and therefore we bring at that time. It's very appropriate. It's very apropos to bring the besamim at that time to make the bracha on the besamim, because again, that also gives me that boost. It gives me that boost to be connected again to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, connecting from that sluggish feeling that I have after I ate. Right, you got it? That's what you were saying before, right? You feel that sluggish feeling, right? Yeah. Ki hareach toiv u'bechinas harishimu v'azricha shel bechinas habitul kemon da'orech reicha. Right, the same way you smell something, b'bechinas reach shmenecha toivim shemen turak al shemecha. Right, with like we learned all the ideas, the beautiful things of besamim, why we make the besamim, and so on and so forth. It's just amazing to realize the differences. I mean, years ago, before I learned this, I never realized there was a difference. I never realized there's a blessing. So you make a blessing, you smelled something. You make a blessing, you ate something. Okay, and I never paid attention to the fact. There's no after blessing I mean, most people won't even think about it. Oh, I don't have to do it. I'm not required. Okay, good. Okay, one less thing on my checklist. One less thing on the checklist, right?
But you can also do the blessing of Besamim anytime throughout the day when you make
Yes,
it feeling
you
that
can.
way.
Yes, you can. Anytime you want, you can take out Besamim and make a blessing. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why even when a person's on a fast day, you can take out Besamim. Right? On Yom Kippur, you can have Besamim. No problem. You have Besamim. Lift, you give a nice lift, right? Okay. Beautiful ideas. Okay. Let's go to Dalet. Any questions on this so far? We understand?
What do they mean by surrender?
You surrender to Hashem. You realize, hey, it wasn't the restaurant. It wasn't my crafty baking skills, my crafty culinary skills, It was you, Hashem. Surrender it all to Hashem.
I'm letting go of what I think about that it might have been me and putting it back on Hashem.
Giving it back to, exactly.
Make sure it stays.
No, because realize anything that we accomplish, we're only accomplishing because Hashem gave us the ability to do it. Right? I mean, if you don't believe me, go to any hospital and you can go see people of all ages in hospital wards. All ages. So if the person thinks that there's no people, and they have even pediatric, right? Pediatric, right? I met the other day, a lady came with my friend. My wife has a friend, and she's a pediatric oncology nurse in Hadassah and Kerem. I mean, you know how difficult that is? So, I mean, think about it. I mean, it's the fact that where we can make these blessings, we can connect to Hashem, that's all Hashem's kindness. I mean, I believe that's why we have these things, so we can learn by it and thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu that we have the opportunity to do these things. And we can, and we should.
And that we have a constant reminder by all the blessings we have to do and throughout the day, thanking Him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I happen to remember to bring up a sentence like that.
Oh, okay. You brought this up. Well, look at that. See that?
We're learning about it every day, every time.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to Dal. Okay, and this is the idea why when we finish Shabbos, we take out the besamim, right? We take out the besamim after we finish Shabbos. Ki Shabbos hu me'ein olam haba. We know Shabbos is a me'ein olam haba. It's a nice song. Me'ein olam haba, me'ein olam haba, right? Shabbos is a taste of olam haba. As a taste, the main means a taste. It's an experience. You're experiencing a part of Olam Haba on Shabbos. Many of the Sfarim say that if a person wants to know where they're holding spiritually, you want to know where you're holding spiritually, right? How do you know? How do you feel on Shabbos? How a person feels on Shabbos is a good indicator. It's a good barometer. A good barometer to understand where you're holding because that's a taste of Olam Haba. So if you're a guy that can't wait for Shabbos to come in, and you enjoy every moment, and you're learning, and you're davening, and you're singing Zmiris, and you're enjoying and you're enjoying the foods of Shabbos and every. Wow, so then you're a guy that's doing pretty good in Olam Haba. You're a pretty good guy. But if you have some of these guys say, "Oh, Shabbos is another 2 minutes. I wish I had another hour." Oh, and then once it's Shabbos, oh man, I can't check the message. Oh, I can't do this. I can't. So then, what kind of Olam Haba is that guy gonna have? In Olam Haba, he's not gonna have the messages. In Olam Haba, he can't go watch that movie. In Olam Haba, he can't play that video game.
No, what's that?
No, they don't have those things. No, they don't have those things. No, they don't have those things. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so after Shabbos is a Me'ein Olam Haba. I think we got that now, right? We understand? Okay. Oz misangin al Hashem umizdabkin b'Hashem b'tachlis hadveikus v'abitol elav yizbarach mi shezeicha lekedusha Shabbos karoyu. So if you're zeicha, if you merit to feel and sense the holiness of the day of Shabbos, how it says Sheishis Yamim Tavai Vasisa Kom Lachtav Yom Shri Shabbos LaHashem Elekecha, right? Words, right? On 6 days of the week, do your work. Shabbos is the day for Hashem. So if you are zeicha to prepare your 6 days of the week, and your whole 6 days of the week are all preparations for Shabbos, so then you have the ability then to feel the holiness of Shabbos. Ki Shabbos umi eilan haba kulay taiv. It's really all good. That's why on Shabbos we don't do malachos. So in other words, people think, well, I would rather do this. I'd rather go to I don't know. I'd rather go to some place or something and go to places. I want to go to the beach. This guy wants to go here. They want to go there. All the different things. But wait a second. Shabbos is a whole day of holiness. So it's a day that you can connect to Hashem. Why? Because you don't have you're not inundated by all of the technology. We're not inundated by all of the nonsense of the world when it comes to Shabbos. So you can actually feel something real. You can have a real connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu on Shabbos. Isn't that a nice thing, Zach? What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's an amazing idea that you get to really understand where you are.
It really grounds you.
Yes.
Really, it's amazing. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, come on, look at these words. Mitzvah gedola. Look at this. Look at these words. Come on, guys. Mitzvah gedola lechel b'Shabbos. It's a big mitzvah. Big mitzvah to eat on Shabbos. How you like that? He doesn't say that during the week. Shabbos is a big mitzvah to eat on Shabbos. So a lot of people they'll say when it comes to Shabbos, I'm full. I don't feel right. Nah. Oh, Matzah Shabbos, we're going to go get some pizza. Matzah Shabbos, we're going to... Shabbos, nah. Shalosh Shudas, this Suda, we just finished it. No, wait. Okay, mitzvah gedola lechel b'Shabbos. He doesn't tell you Matzah Shabbos, b'Shabbos.
I'm saying even when you're not hungry to eat shalosh shudas, it's one of the biggest
mitzvah, right. K'moshe kosav, ichluhu hayoim ki Shabbos hayoim laHashem. Eat today. Why? Because Shabbos is hayoim laHashem. It's a day that you are one with Hashem. Ki achila Shabbos kodesh hi kula yelekus. When you're eating on Shabbos, it's godly. And we discussed this, that the foods on Shabbos are not the same foods. We discussed that even when you eat your foods, it's not digested the same way. The digestion changes on Shabbos. Everything changes on Shabbos. It's amazing. The world changes on Shabbos. And even our whole digestive system changes on Shabbos. Rabbi Nachman writes in lesson 57:5, Ki Shabbos shehu me'ein lo'olam haba oz zoichin ayidei achila lachseis b'nayim Hashem. If you are zoicha to eat the foods on Shabbos, and some people have the minute to be when they eat something on Shabbos, they say, "I'm eating this l'kavod Shabbos kodesh." Right? I'm eating this l'kavod Shabbos kodesh. Right? Does anyone do that? Did anyone ever hear about that before?
From you.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Often, something, especially when something special on the table, wine or whatever.
No,
I know. It's special, I'm saying.
No. He's saying when you have your kiddush and you're
Yeah.
drinking the wine, you say L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh.
Yeah.
You take the challah, L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. You have some fish, L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. Soup, L'kavod Shabbos. Why not?
Everything. The knife.
Yeah, okay.
When you buy the meat for Shabbat.
I'm buying L'kavod Shabbos. Exactly. Yes. That's how you can sense. That's how you can sense the holiness of Shabbos. Talk about it, right? You keep talking about Shabbos. You say the words L'kavod Shabbos Kodesh. I'm eating this for the honor to honor Hashem. Why? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu says Ki achila Shabbos Kodesh Kuli Alikus. Ki b'Shabbos hu me'ein olam haba oz zoichin ayedei achila lachseis b'nayim Hashem b'v'chinas v'yechsu es Elokim v'yoichlu v'yishtu. You'll see God, you'll sense God, you'll see God, you'll sense God, you'll eat and you'll drink. Amazing. I mean, this is truly amazing to appreciate that when you have Shabbos, you have it's holy and the food can mamish lift you up. The food on Shabbos can lift you up. During the week, we'll review this one more time. I don't know if everyone remembers this, right? So during the week, we're not allowed to eat before we daven, right? Why? Because the food during the week is very low. It's low. So if I would eat something before I daven, the food will pull me down. Huh? See that? The food will pull me down. So I need to daven and get my spiritual energy strengthened, so I can go for that war against the food. Like we said, it's a lashon lechem, is a lashon milchama, war. Right? I can do that. I can and be successful. Reveal Hashem in there. Right? That's why we do. Okay. But when it comes to Shabbos, right? When it comes to Shabbos, the food is very high. That means if you have the same food and let's say you made a box of cookies or whatever, right? So during the week, they're low. Come Shabbos, they're elevated. How can that happen? Well, we just discussed it. Wait a second. My whole digestion system changes on Shabbos. So why can't the cookies change their status as well? Right? They change the status. They get a new status. They get a status of lofty. They're low, now they're lofty. Comes Matzah Shabbos, they're low again. It's amazing. So therefore, when it comes to Shabbos, if you wanted to have a coffee and a mezainis before you go daven, people will allow that. Because again, when you eat that mezainis, it's going to go right to the mayach, brings you to Hashem, lifts you up to Hashem. So therefore, we can understand that. That's okay. But don't do that during the week, because then it's going to pull you down. It's amazing, right? It's all a system. It's so beautiful when you understand it's a system. Everything is so intricate and everything works. All the parts, it's a beautiful puzzle. And we're putting the puzzle together. It's unbelievable. Okay. Okay, so when Shabbos goes out, so we're losing the neshama yisera. Right, we get that extra fortification. Our neshama gets an extra part of our neshama, the neshama yisera. That's an extra part of our regular neshama. But Hashem gives us more of our neshama, so we feel more energized spiritually because we have a boost. Right, Hashem gives us that boost against the Yetzer Hara on Shabbos. You understand? That's why the foods are much holier. That's why my eating is so special, because I have the neshama yisera in order to recognize Hashem in my foods. But when Shabbos goes away, so the neshama yisera leaves us. We know that. That's when I'm going back. I have my aliyah. It's Shabbos. Of course, I have an aliyah. I'm elevated Shabbos. But when it comes to Matzah Shabbos, again, we lose that. So that's that Yerida. You have your Aliyah, your Yerida. You have the Baki Barotzi, Baki B'Shav. You have to be expert, know how to go close to Hashem. Shabbos, how to get close to Hashem. And then when you come to Matzah Shabbos, again, you're going away from Hashem, but to how to reconnect to Hashem at that time. V'azai loy nisha rak harishimu. So when after Shabbos comes, we only have the rishimu. The example we gave was from Rav Nosson. If you have a glass of oil, right, that's full, so that's considered like the rotzi, that's considered like the ayel, the aliyah. But then when you pour out the oil, there is still an imprint around the glass, right? That imprint is called the rishimu. And that's the rishimu that we still have, but it reminds me, wow, that was what was here before. The holiness was here. So Matzah Shabbos, I want to recall what I had on Shabbos. You understand? So then I could take out the besamim and give me that same boost. It goes again. When I eat my food on Shabbos, it goes straight to my mayach. So then Matzah Shabbos, and I lose my neshama yisera now, after Shabbos. So I take the besamim, I make the bracha, it goes again straight to the neshama, straight to the mind, to give me that boost all over again. It's so beautiful. The concept is so amazing. Shehu bechinas rishimu azricha bechinas bittul keman the orach reicha. Like if someone smells something, ki me'aches sheshovim bechinas habittul mechayin atzman rak ha'idei oras harishimu ki mevoya b'mayim ra'nal bezeu bechinas reach ba'al ke mevorchen al ha'reach b'matzah Shabbos, and therefore you take out the besamim on Matzah Shabbos, because again neshama yisera is leaving. That idea when I ate the food that was so holy on Shabbos, and the food went directly, I swallow it, and it goes directly to the mayach. And then when I make the after-Brachah, it gets divided up around the body, right? It gets distributed to the body. But what he said during the week, when Shabbos goes away, doesn't go straight to the mayach. It goes to the kaved first, to the liver. From the liver, it goes to the mind. So it takes a stop. Right, but when Shabbos, that's different. So we don't have to deal with the taivas and all of the things of the liver. That's where the blood, the boiling blood is. All of that is in the liver, right? So we don't have to deal with that when it comes to Shabbos. And after Shabbos, I want to reconnect to what I had on Shabbos, because I have the rishimu. I remember how beautiful Shabbos was. I want to reconnect to Shabbos. So I make the besamim, and it lifts me up all the way again. It gives me that same high. So you see, we're learning here you can get high on just doing your mitzvahs. You don't have, it goes right to the mind, right? You don't have to smoke anything. You don't need to buy any substances. Just smell basam.
So you could be continuously in joy, a state of joy.
Yeah.
That's what helps us do that.
Mm-hmm.
So why I need to still, we say bracha kodem, right? Before.
Yeah.
Bracha Rishona, we still say on Shabbos. We said that the reason that to say bracha, that when it goes down to liver, so to fix the.
Yeah, so you're giving more strength to the neshama each time you do
I
that.
don't need it on Shabbos.
You always need more strength. Wait, you don't need more strength? No.
So we don't need it because it goes up to the mark.
I understand. So you'll reinforce it more, and you reinforce it more. Make more brachas, reinforce it. A lot of times people make the brachas on B'Sam on Shabbos, because Shabbos, you don't have as many opportunities to make the brachas, because Shemay Esrei, instead of 19 blessings, you only have 7. So you're lacking right away a lot of blessings. So they'll try to do different things in order to accumulate more blessings to have your Meya brachas every day. Right? Okay, so that's another reason why we'll make the extra blessings on Shabbos, because we want to be able to accomplish our blessings. Okay?
No, I think the additional reason, because I've learned, and I carry this around with me all the time. It stays in my pocket. I don't always use it, but I took it out because of what you said. Is that if you had a smell at a time, like if you would do besamim, like Robin,
Yeah.
in that place, and then
Shalosh Shudas, he means.
Shalosh
Shalosh Shudas time. Yeah.
and then if you connect your besamim with that during the week, all you have to do is do the blessing of besamim, and it brings you right to that place again.
It can, yes. It can remind you of it, yes.
Right?
Yeah. You can, absolutely. Any questions on this? Do we understand this? We understand the value of Shabbos, right? And our foods on Shabbos, and how beautiful it is when we eat on Shabbos, why it's a big mitzvah to eat on Shabbos, right? and the reason why we have the besamim after Shabbos. Okay, we got that, guys? Any questions?
Thank you. It's a beautiful reminder.
Tabak, you also make a bracha?
No. Unless they're natural. Some of those things are all synthetic.
It's like, that's not only a smell, it's also like ingesting it,
You don't have to.
Some people smell it, some people put it in there. Some people may want to eat it also, I don't know. I don't know. People do all kinds of things. I'm not, you have to see. Sometimes they write on them if there's a bracha or not. They write on some of those things. I've seen some of them, they have actual besamim in there, and they'll tell you, yes, this is requires a blessing, and this one they say no blessings required. So it depends, and you have to take a look at it. Okay. But we're talking about using real besamim on Matzah Shabbos, okay? All right, and if you want to do besamim on any time, take real besamim. I'm not sure why they go around with the tabak. I don't understand. Why can't they just go around with besamim?
What's a tabak?
You know that stuff they give you a little powder, you smell it?
Yeah.
Snuff? They call it snuff?
Yeah.
It's because whatever. It
Okay,
contains nicotine.
Huh?
It's just traditionally because it contains nicotine. It's a little bit like smoke.
So people don't smoke and they need their nicotine. Okay.
Yeah.
Another stuyot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But the guy can walk around with besamim. The guy make brachas. He'll be much better. Make it.
Your friend think real because he snuff on Shabbos.
Which one? Huh?
Your friend Casriel.
No. He used to all the time with the chain smoker.
Like every smoke.
Yeah, but then he added those patches.
Patches. Oh.
And he had the tobacco to snuff. Then
Okay.
patch.
Well, people are involved in all of these things. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Can we do hay? Yeah, let's do hay, and then we'll learn the halach and kiss Shulchan Aruch. Okay. We have a little time. Right? Do we have a little time still? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay. What?
7 o'clock.
It's okay. Valkein ein mevarchin bracha achroina al hareach. So therefore, now we're going to go back to understand this, that the birchas hareach has a blessing before, but not afterwards. The whole point of bracha achrona, now we understand. That's again, if I ate, I felt connected to Hashem, I felt full, but now I retract, and now I feel far away from Hashem again, because I don't feel as full anymore. But then I make the bracha achrona, lifts me back up again, right? But when I smelled something, it goes straight to the neshama. It goes straight to where it has to get its tikkun. Again, going back to the idea of Olam Haba, the times of Mashiach, where it's hatoiv v'hameitiv, v'yadei achila b'bechinas tzadik oichel l'saveya nafshay. We said the difference when a tzaddik eats, the tzaddik likes to eat to satiate his soul. He's not eating necessarily for his guf, he's eating for his soul. What does that mean? In other words, he wants to make blessings, and the only way he can make the birchas nenin if you eat something. Right? It's only if you eat something can you make the birchas nenin. I mean, I told you that story about the misnagid that went through the town. Do you remember the story that I told you that? Can I say one more time? Maybe the story. There was a misnagid, a guy that didn't like Hasidus. He was against Hasidus. Okay, and this fellow had his misfortune of having to travel, right? And he was going to have to pass through a town where there was only Hasidim. Could you imagine? He dreaded that. But okay, he conjured up the courage and he said, okay, I could do this. And he comes to the town and he checks into whatever, his kvetchma, whatever inn they had there, whatever, okay. And he goes to shul in the morning. And he's watching. There's a Rebbe in the front of the shul. He's watching the Rebbe. So he sees the Rebbe takes out his tallis and he puts on his tallis. He He takes out his talus, he puts on his talus. Rebbe. The Rebbe takes out his tefillin, he puts on his tefillin. He takes out his tefillin, the Rebbe, what's the Rebbe? Come on. All right. And they daven, and he davens, he's watching the Rebbe the whole time. He's davening. And he's davening, and the Rebbe said, okay, good. After davening, the Rebbe put away his talus and tefillin, and this man put away his talus and tefillin. The Rebbe sat down at his table, he opened up his drawer, and he took out an apple, and a knife, and a plate. And he started to cut the apple up, and he prepared the apple. And then he made the bracha, Bari Priya Eitz, and he ate his apple. So the guy, hey, come on. What, Rebbe, what's he doing so miraculous? What's he doing so amazing here? Well, what's he doing? So what he did was, he said, tomorrow morning, I'll bring an apple to shul also. Huh? I'll show the Rebbe I can also eat an apple. So he comes for davening again, the talus and the tefillin and the tefillin, this, and then after finish his davening, the Rebbe takes out his apple again. Same thing. But the Rebbe calls him over here. Kimahaya. Kimaran. Come over here. So the Rebbe looks at him and he says to him like this. He says, you're right. You're right. I put on a talus, you put on a talus, equally the same. No problem. Yes, and I put on my tefillin, you put on your tefillin. No problem. And you daven as good as I can daven. No problem. You're right. But there's a difference between the way we eat. See, you want to eat the apple, so you have to make the bracha. You want the apple, so you want to make the bracha, right? You have to make the bracha. I want to make the bracha, that's why I have to eat the apple. Right? I want to be able to make the bracha. Like you said, what did we just said over here? The tzaddik is eating only to be seveya's nefesh, his soul. His soul wants the blessing. His soul's not interested in the apple. His soul doesn't need the apple. His soul needs the blessing. So yeah, they both did the same thing. But what's the intent? That's the difference. Okay, do you understand that, right? We got it? Okay. This whole thing is the idea of reyach, and reyach is again attached to the neshama, because again, when you make the bracha on something and you smell it, the neshama enjoys it right away. The neshama benefits by it right away. It's amazing. And therefore, since it went to the neshama, that's the whole point, to connect to the neshama. So of course it doesn't need an after blessing. Because the reyach itself is giving life to the neshama. It's giving chiyas, it's giving extra power, energy to the neshama. Shall bechinas habitol, the bechina of the smelling. When you smell it, so now you have, that's the zricha. As soon as you finish smelling it, that's the idea that you have the rishimu, right? That's the idea of me'ein olam haba. That's the idea of Olam Haba, where you connect right away to the neshama, and we're always connected. Valkein hareyachu davar shaneshama nena mimenu v'lo yaguf, and therefore the smelling is something that the neshama benefits by, and not the body. Valkein ein tzrichin levarech ola bracha achrona b'shvil lahamshich sevias hanefesh shu haneshama ki hareyach b'atzmei b'china zu. The reyach itself accomplishes it all together. So when you eat, so we understand when you eat something, it's very different. When I eat something, it has to get processed through the body, and it has to go on. We need the power. We need the extra bracha in order to be able to help distribute the foods to where they have to go to. Because we said the neshama comes, the nefesh that was in that food goes up on high, and it comes back with all the blessings that the person needs, with all the refuahs that the person needs, and it injects it into the blood. We say because ki adam hu nefesh, right? It injects it into the bloodstream, and then that person can get the refuah that they need from making their bracha. It's amazing. Make a blessing and get a refuah. The person can have the most difficult illness. It doesn't matter. Make the bracha. HaKadosh Baruch Hu connect, and the bracha connects up on high, where all the bounty and everything, all the refuahs and everything that the person needs is up on high. And it comes down and infuses it right into the blood. They don't need any intravenous. They don't need they prick the body. Nothing. It goes directly inside the bloodstream. It's amazing. And it gets distributed to where it has to go to. If you believe it. Because the bracha before blessing, you have to make that even on when you smell something. Because even when you're going to smell something, you have to elevate it. And right away, I have to lift it up and I have to make a clarification. I have to get that soul out from that thing and from whatever I'm smelling. And that way it can have it can be released, and it can also elevate up on high. And it can also make to get the tikkun. Ki kol davar shu ba'olam hazeh yesh bai taruvos tov v'ra. See, here's the thing. Everything that's part of this world has it in a mixture of good and bad.
Even the smell.
Even the smell, right? Someone can take the myrtle branch and just smell it without making a bracha. There's good and bad in there. But when I make the bracha, I define the good, and I separate the good from the bad. That's what the blessing does. And then Hashem, oh, you were the one, Hashem, that made this thing that I can smell now. It was you, Hashem. It wasn't the gardener that decided to plant this nice branch here. These things. No, it was you, Hashem, that made this work. They gave me this opportunity. In order to nullify and to subdue the ra that's connected to that thing. Because we said everything in creation that's in this world has in it, it's ma'urav toiv v'ra. It's mixed in there, toiv v'ra. You have a mixture. So when you make a blessing on anything, even something that you'll smell, you're defining the good and you're dispelling the ra that's in there. Ki ba'olam hazeh she'heim ne'echazin b'chol davar. Because in this world, everything is connected on everything, even on something that you smell. It's good and bad. Right, here we go. This is a very important one. In Avodah Zarah, it speaks of this very important. Right? If you have besamim that's coming from Avodah Zarah, it's only bad. There's no good there anymore. They defiled it. They contaminated it. It was contaminated. Once it's contaminated, you don't have the ability to fix it. But before it was used for Avodah Zarah, you could rescue it. You can make the blessing on it and rescue it. But again, once if they take it and they use it for Avodah Zarah, off limits. Because then the ra will be so overpowering. You won't be able to make the bracha in order to redeem it. You understand?
So, yeah, practically like some whatever in India.
Yeah.
Or like passing a church or something like that, and there's a smell. I can't make a bracha.
No, you don't. Of course, they're not allowed to. Try not to smell it. Try not to smell it.
In India, they just do it everywhere.
Hey, what?
They just store it like everywhere.
Okay, well, I don't go to India, so I wouldn't worry about that.
I've been once, and whatever, in a hotel, they would sit, a little bowl, by the reception. Would be some ktoret, some flowers.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, good luck to them. Okay, if you have to go there, okay. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? I don't know. So there's a difference. So there's a difference.
We don't say the whole place smells pretty good, but we don't say brachot.
No, you don't make it. No, because ein mevarchen al besam shalayv de kachavim. And if they're in India, they're boot. No, they're what do they do? What do they put?
All kind of stuff.
What? Hindu. Yeah.
Yeah, in
There are
Thailand,
also
Buddha.
Christians there.
Buddha, that's definitely avodah zarah. That's big thing they're sitting there.
Big,
Mamish avodah zarah. Mamish avodah zarah.
Yeah,
Mamish.
they have a lot.
A lot,
A
yes.
lot of different.
Okay, all right. So if you're there, you don't make the blessing on that. And even if it was set aside for avodah zarah, you shouldn't use that either. Even if they didn't use it, but they set it aside, but it's a question if you could do it also.
Selling it in their markets, right? That they're selling it right.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know if you can buy it to sibba something, right? Like let's say, right? I lived in Thailand and they were selling besamim everywhere, and I would go to the temple and there's besamim there and everything. So, would I be able to buy something from their market? Because in their mind, they're probably
I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Again, there's a question in Shulchan Aruch. If they set aside these things for avodah zarah, does it already take on the thing of avodah zarah? And you don't know. Maybe he used it. See, that's another question.
Right.
You don't know. Maybe the guy, he put some of that, he mixed it back, and he.
So,
Who knows? You don't know. I would say stay away from that. If you're in Thailand and you see there's a Chabad house there or something, go there. He'll have some besamim and make your brach on that. They'll be better off probably.
There's a shloch on the package.
right.
We're not learning. We're just understand. We're learning the concept. You understand? So when you said that even when you smell something, because everything in this world has in it more of toiv and ra. So I have the ability to reveal the tov via making the blessing and discharge all of the bad that's in there because I revealed what it is. But if it's something for avodah zarah, the what do you call it? The power of the impurity is so strong. You can't. The bracha won't have the power to do that. Okay. Aval tekev kishemevorchen al areach bracha rishona umagbiin umevorin oisei l'sharsha. So again, when I make the bracha on something that I smelled, right? The first, the bracha rishona, the initial bracha, right? When I make that, I'm lifting up, I'm elevating the thing from the ra to the toiv. I'm pronouncing the toiv. I'm clarifying that, and I'm lifting it up. Shuv ein tzrichen levarei bracha achrona shuv b'shvil lahamshich chiyas l'sfiyas hanefesh. But I don't have to do anything else to draw some more sfiyah, some satiation for the nefesh, because it has nothing to do with the nefesh. It goes straight to the neshama. The nefesh is involved with foods that we eat, and then the soul can get can get infused with the healing that the person needs directly in the blood, because ki adam hu nefesh, right? The dam is the nefesh. So when the person eats something, but when you smell something, it goes to the neshama. It's nothing to do with the nefesh, and therefore it doesn't need anything because it only stays. It goes in the mind. And the process has both the aliyah and the yerida, and both the baki the ratzi and the shav, ayil v'nafik is all in the mind. It doesn't go to the whole body. It's different than the food.
Doesn't enter the blood. Doesn't enter the blood.
No, it doesn't go to the blood. Right. And that's how in anything that we enjoy in this world, we make a bracha to give the credit back to Hashem. Lachseis b'nayim Hashem. How are you lachseis b'nayim Hashem? How do you see the pleasantness, the beauty of Hashem? With anything that you enjoy in this world, make a blessing. And recognize, wow, Hashem, you gave me this. Wow, Hashem, you were the one that made this. You were so kind to me. You made it I can smell. Right? There were so many people during the COVID time, right there, that whole time, they couldn't smell. Right? A lot of people said they can't smell. They didn't even realize how important that was. Right? Right? Is that true, Shalom?
Yeah.
Right? But Yossi, is that right? There were people that said that, right? Yeah. Well, I didn't experience it, but a lot of people. You did also.
I haven't had smell in years
Wow.
before COVID.
Okay, but when you have something to smell, that's a beautiful thing. And realize that you can. It's another idea. It's something that Hashem gives us an ability to thank Him again. And the more we do that, the more connection we have to Hashem. Shetzrichen lizkois sheyia kol hanois b'shvilo yizbarach. You want to make sure that anything that you enjoy, any hana that you have, again, you have the hana b'shvil Hashem, because of Hashem. And you give the credit back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's why we have in Shulchan Aruch all aspects of our life, from the time we wake up in the morning to the time we go to sleep, and everything in between, is all part of Shulchan Aruch, to recognize this point, that anything I'm experiencing during my day, I connect back to Hashem. That's why the Shulchan Aruch is so important, because it keeps us grounded to connecting us to Hashem. Any questions? No questions?
Beautiful lesson.
Okay, so Trikin Liska Sheyia Kol Hanois B'Shvila Yizbarach B'Chinas V'Yisaneg Al Hashem, delight with Hashem. B'Chinas Tamuru Ki Tov Hashem, taste. Tamuru, taste and see. Right? Tamu means to taste, right? Taste and see. Doesn't mean to taste. Anything you taste in this world, anything that you see something beautiful, say Marabu Masecha Hashem, right? Recognize Hashem, right? And then you can merit Hashem to gaze in the pleasantness of Hashem through all the delights and the benefits and all the beautiful things of the world. And again, this is a difference between the derech of the Baal Shem HaKadosh and the Vilna Gaon, right? The Vilna Gaon and the Baal Shem HaKadosh had two different paths. The Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh said, go into the world, enjoy in Hashem's world, experience Hashem's world, thank Hashem, find Hashem in everything in this world. And the Vilna Gaon said, no, stay away from the world, stay in the yeshiva, because if you go in the world, you may get in trouble. Right? That was the difference in the path. Two different paths. Right? Two different paths. But the Baal Shem Tov said, if you're going to follow the way of the Vilna Gaon, and you're not going to see anything, when you come to Shemayim, they're going to ask you, did you see the beautiful mountains? Did you thank Hashem? No, I didn't. My rabbi told me I can't. But then there are those that can mamish learn, right? There are those people that can learn, and they can learn about geography. They can see things in Svarim. And they can mamish experience, and they can thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu based on their learning. There are people that can do that. They don't actually have to see it. They can imagine it. They can mamish imagine it. And if you want to know how that's possible, go read through Sefer Sipurei Maasiyos and take a look at how Rabbi Nachman's imagination, look at his imagination of all the stories that he made. I mean, they're the most intricate stories, most amazing storylines. Each one of the 13 stories, they're amazing. But Rabbi Nachman never really went, he had no idea about it. He never saw these things. The furthest he went to Eretz Yisrael. It took him over a year to get there. Right? But okay, that was it. Otherwise, he never left the Ukraine. You see what I'm saying, right? Got it? Okay. Through the bracha achrona, you bring the seviyah, you bring that satiation to the nefesh, right? The haynu chiyas haneshama, the chiyas haneshama, you can infuse it into the nefesh, right? Aval ala reach ein tzrichin bracha. When you smell something, you don't need to make the bracha achrona ki areach ba'atzmai hu bechinas chiyas haneshama. Because the whole idea of the smelling it is the whole chiyas of the neshama. So the neshama gets strengthened via making the blessing when you smell something. The bechinas ha'ara v'nis noitzitzus v'azricha me'arevas ha'ne'imus habitol ela ein seif yizbarach keman de'orach reicha, like someone that smells something. So the difference is, everything in the world that we have is, we understand, is mixed with good and bad. Everything is mixed with good and bad. And it's our job to define the good in whatever we are dealing with, right? And how do you do that? You make the bracha on it, and then you define what's good inside there. You find the soul in whatever you're making the bracha on, and you can define that, and you can make the good separate the good from the bad. Again, where did the good and the bad come from? The original Chet, Eitz Hadas Tov Ra, the tree of good and bad, right? Tree of knowledge, good and bad. Before that, good was good, bad was bad. Once they sinned, it got mu'urav, it got mixed. And then therefore people say what's good is bad, they tell you what's bad is good, as we see today, right? We know that very good, right? So it's our job to do. Now when you eat something, right, just to review, when you eat something, so you make the bracha on the thing, you revealed the nefesh in that food, you said thank you to Hashem for creating that thing, you swallow it, it goes straight to the kaved. It goes to the stomach, right, and it starts the digestive part, the equal process starts in the stomach, then it goes to the kaved, to the liver. From the liver, it goes up to the mayach. And then by that time, you already have to make the bracha achrona. And we said you can't wait too long to make the bracha achrona because you want it to be from the time that it was from the kaved that went up to the mind. Once it gets distributed from the mind to all the organs and extremities of the body, so then you lost the opportunity of making the bracha achrona. That's why making the bracha achrona in a timely time is very important. Right? We understand that, right? Right? All the things that we're learning, why we have all these halachos, how these halachos work. We know that when you make a bracha before, right, and then you have to make an after blessing when you eat something. Don't wait too long, because the whole the purpose of the bracha achrona is to give the mayach, the mind, which is the neshama is there, the opportunity to know what to distribute to where in the body. Right? In other words, the mind is what sends out all the vitamins, minerals, all the nutrients, and that all the body needs. It's all done by the mind. How do you do that? By making the bracha achrona and reminding and getting that boost again, because you felt when you ate initially that was an idea of aliyah, because you felt full. It was zricha. You feel good, but then as you finish eating, you start to get a little more sluggish. You find you fall away from where you were while you were eating, right? That's the yerida. That's the ayo. That's the nafik. That's the shav, right? So then what do? Now I make the bracha achrona to lift me back up again. Aliyah, yerida, aliyah. It lifts me back up again, right? Right, and then as the day goes on, you're gonna have to use the facilities. So then that's you read again during the day. Make the bracha asher yotza, lifts you up again. See the way the system works. We always go up, down, but we always have the opportunity to raise ourselves up again. Anytime you make a blessing on something that you smell, it goes directly benefits the neshama. And therefore there's no after blessing because it doesn't get distributed to the body. And that process doesn't happen. The whole rectification happens right when you make the blessing, you define. Whatever blessing you're making on what it is, you're making that bracha and it gets benefited right away. The whole process happens all in the neshama right then and there. Okay? So, Amen. So that's Atzei b'Sam. That's not as Barim in the sun. It says on it Atzei b'Sam.
It says I voted.
Oh, I voted. Oh,
I made this. So there's a kilim on it. There's a tzipor and there's a bunch of.
oh, okay, fine, okay.
So how long is too long?
Hmm?
I hope that wasn't a bracha.
No. Why?
What if it's the other one? Or even
Well, cinnamon,
I also make that
I'd
mistake
say,
very
right?
often. I also I'd say
Right.
or even something like which is which?
If you have like,
That's
let's say cloves, like
Yeah.
little cloves, that would be very mean with something.
Yeah, that's what we say.
Meaning-
Yeah, that's for Havdalah, but
Meaning is a mixture.
yeah, I understand. I got it. Well, that would be a mine. That would. That is a mixture.
Mixture is mine and
Yeah, and if you take, let's say, a myrtle branch,
Yeah.
you take a hadas, you make atzei b'samim.
it comes straight from the tree.
You have the branch, it's on the branch still. Right? It's on the branch.
Okay.
And then there are those that say if they mix the hadassim leaves mixed into their besamim, so that'll be mine besamim. Once it's on the branch, you could okay, got it? Okay, all right, okay.
Cinnamon is also-
So this is like from orange, but it's only one thing.
Yeah, okay, that's the essence again. That's a whole confusing thing with that also. I'm not sure.
If you can make a bracha on essence.
Well, we figured out that we do, and
You do.
yeah. Okay, let's do. Can we do? Let's do one halacha, please.
It's an
Okay,
essential oil.
it's essential. Yes, it's essential.
Yeah.
It's like in Israel now, the stores that are essential, they can be open, right? That's essential.
Right.
There we go.
How
Okay.
long do we wait?
It's essential.
Is that why some people say the Achrona blessing before they even have dessert?
No one does that. No one makes a bracha before dessert. Who does that?
Some people, I don't know if they're gonna have dessert. Some people are gonna have dessert. Some
They'll make another bracha on the dessert.
On the
Yeah.
dessert,
no,
but
no,
that's
Yeah, they make another bracha on the dessert. That's
yeah.
right. And
If you cleaned off the table, if you
right,
cleaned
right.
off the table,
But
and then the dessert comes out, so then
it's
it's
after bracha if you're going to be benching later.
no, you don't make the after bracha. No, it's part of your suda.
Yeah.
It gets part of the suda.
Yeah.
Okay. You said don't wait too long. So how long is too long?
Too long.
What's that?
You said don't wait
So,
too
some
long.
say 72 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
And so there's some 60 minutes. Whatever you.
This is really again, I mean, fascinating ideas, but there's a bagel or a piece of meat, and you're sitting down, and you go ahead and you say, okay, wow, there's a soul that's trapped inside of this piece of food. And I'm about to eat it and merge it with my soul.
Yeah.
Now, this process of merging, it's not as simple as you think, and there's a lot of different components
Technically,
that
it's
go into it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so before you even start this process, you make the proper, blessing.
Wash your hands if you're eating the bagel, right? Wash your hands.
And again, the mindset, you have to make the
Because we
blessing.
say when you wash them, that's
Oh, right.
rechitza. Rechitza, we said is bitachon. Remember we learned that. I need my bitachon to realize, wow.
But
Yeah.
the key part here is that there is a soul that is about to merge with your soul,
Mhm.
and that is I don't know if it's a nuclear fusion like process, but it's scientific. There's something that's going on here, and then you.
Well, it's
do the
not
blessing.
scientific. It's all
Well,
spiritual. It's
metaphysical,
spiritual.
But no. But the chiddush here is
Yeah.
that you match it to eat it and chew it and digest it, and now all sorts of organs, that's real,
Yeah.
are involved in this.
Yeah.
And before it ends up getting, I guess, turned into blood, which then goes to the mind, you gotta close out the process with this after blessing
Yeah.
to help have the soul merge properly
Yeah.
into you. And the effect, if you don't do it properly, again,
If you don't do it properly, that's when
And
people
you-
get sick, we learn.
and
Because
that's
then you
why
have the
people-
neshama comes at you, that nefesh comes at you with a sword. That's when people get indigestion. They think they have lactose intolerance.
they are. They
Or
think-
if they made the bracha right, all these problems will go away.
They think I'm eating, and look,
Yeah.
it's good, I'm getting it, but they're not, they're misunderstanding
Exactly.
how it
Video,
works.
yes.
And
yes.
they may be missing out on the fact that that soul that you release becomes a help to you.
It's your soul. It could be a piece of the soul that you lost. Lesson 88, right?
Yeah.
Lesson 88, second part.
We had this at our Shabbos table. My wife she buys herself flowers.
Yeah.
I trained her very well. She doesn't like.
She's her own funds too,
she
right?
doesn't like. She doesn't, yeah, hey, right. She doesn't like receiving flowers from me in that sense. Oh, here, sweetheart. But she likes it decorating the Shabbos table. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, decorating the Shabbos table. So this flower she'll buy, right? In fact, this past Shabbos, she came home with them. I said, "Oh, thank you so much. I saw her. I took the flowers, and you're bringing me flowers." To do the opposite. Anyway, but she likes taking the flowers, cutting them, and putting them into different bouquets,
Yeah.
and putting them on the table. So we were discussing at the table in front of everyone that there are souls even in these type of objects,
Yeah.
as well. And she said, "Wow, like we should, look how beautiful this bouquet that I made, put together looks on our Shabbos table, and look how we're really elevating the soul of these flowers."
Yeah.
And just and all the kids, really, you think I'm in the flower? There's something I can come back as a flower, and
Yeah.
and yeah. Yeah, yeah. And so that was that was a very nice way to that.
Baruch Hashem. Good, Yossi. Okay. Halacha. Where are we up to today? Yud Dalet. Okay, 14. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, this is a tough one. Here we go. You ready? Okay, we're in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. We're in Siman Lamed Dalet, which is 34. We're learning Hilchas Tzedakah, the laws of charity. And today we are up to Yud Dalet 14. Okay, here we go. B'yoyse tzrichin lahashgiach al tamid chacham ani loses lefi kivaydai. All right, here now. Okay. We're talking about charity. So if you're going to give charity, if there's a Talmid Chacham that's impoverished, so give him according to his covet. In other words, don't give him a meager amount. Give him something that's fit for a Talmid Chacham. Okay, he's going to explain. Because we're going to learn in Tezvav 15. Is where really you learn that the tzaddik is not, you're not supposed to really rely on people, right? We're gonna learn tomorrow. If you're tzaddik, you're not supposed to rely on people. But here you want to give to the tzaddik, he doesn't want to take it. He says, because I don't want to rely on you on money. Hashem will take care of me. So what does he say here? Look at this now. V'roitza l'kabel, misaskin lischar lo yischayra. Oh, so wait a second. Do this for him. If you have some, let's say you're in the houseware business, or you're in whatever trade business, whatever business you're in, so give him some on loan. Let's say loan him some money for the goods that you gave him at a low price. So let's say you give him something that's supposed to cost 100 shekel, give it to him for 50 shekel. That he can go out now and sell it for 100 shekel. So he'll make 50 shekel, right? In other words, you're giving him the charity, but you're not actually giving him charity. You're giving him the opportunity to do some business. So you gave him a good deal, he got a good deal he'll take. Anyone will take a good deal, right? So I'll take the good deal instead of taking charity. So that you can do it. That's a good idea. Shemaychen lo yischayra bizol. Give him the money. Give him the merchandise cheap. And then he'll sell it for a good amount. Okay. If he knows how to do business, let's say the guy's a businessman. So loan him money. If the guy understands business, he has a good business mind. So loan him some money so he can go to the market, he can do some business, so he'll make money. Again, if he didn't want to take your money. So these are different tactics, these are different ways that you could take care of the Talmid Chacham, even if he doesn't want to take your money. All right? Remember saying is call Hamatil Milai Talmid Chacham Zeiche v'Yoshe b'Yeshiva Shel Mala. If someone that takes care of my Talmid Chacham, right? You take care of the Talmid Chacham, so that person's going to be have a nice place in the Yeshiva Shel Mala. In other words, he'll be very good because again you're taking care of the Talmid Chacham. Amru Kol HaNeviim Lo Nisnabu Ela Lo'osei Matya Letalmid Chacham Umasa Bitoy Letalmid Chacham. So that all the Nevi'im they were only be able to have their prophecies for these people that would help them to do business and help them to make their money. And the next thing he says, the thing is, make sure if you can, make sure you give over your daughter to marry to a Talmid Chacham, right? Don't give the daughter over to someone that's just because they're wealthy or something else. If you have a Talmid Chacham, try to give the daughter over to a Talmid Chacham. These are halachos for today. Everyone, we should have a wonderful day. We should all hear Besorah Tova. And we want to thank Efrat for waking us up at Tikkun Chasotz right on time. Thank you very much. Kol Tov.